ठीक है देवेश, आपका पहले स्टार्ट करें उसके पहले जस्ट टेल मी व्हाट वाज योर गेट रैंक। आपको कौन से कॉलेज से कॉल आया है एंड इन व्हाट डोमेन, कौन सा स्पेशलाइजेशन।
Sir, rank 2459,
ओके।
IIT Bombay,
ओके, आईआईटी बॉम्बे, पीएचडी और एमटेक।
PhD, direct PhD,
ओके।
WRE,
स्पेशलाइजेशन इज डब्ल्यूआर। ठीक है,
WRE.
फाइन। ओके, सो टेल मी समथिंग अबाउट योरसेल्फ ब्रीफली।
So my name is Devesh. I am from Muzaffarpur, which is in northern Bihar. I did my class 10th and 12th from my hometown and passed with a percentage of 92.4% in class 12th and 10 CGPA in class 10th. After that, I did my BE in civil engineering from BMS College of Engineering, Bangalore. And there I passed with a CGPA of 8.76. And my final year project was in the field of transportation engineering, which is basically intersection improvement at Banshankari Junction, which is in Bangalore, which is highly congested junction.
At
So
what
this is
junction? Which junction? Sorry.
Banshankari Junction, Bangalore.
Banashankari. Okay, Banashankari.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, can you tell me your BTech project was on transportation engineering, and how come you got interest in WRE?
So actually, I did one internship, which is in the field of bridge engineering, and my role was basically hydraulic part of the bridge engineering. So we collected data from KRS dam, and we have to I had to calculate the highest flood level using
Okay.
Gumbel's method and like to decide the FRL of the road. So there I worked on hydrological aspect of the,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that I got interest in it.
All right. So, can you tell me what is recurrence period?
Recurrence period is basically in how much, like for example, we have a rain, like I'm giving an example. We have a rainfall of 100 mm, which is the probability of happening that 100 mm rainfall in a 1 hour in certain places 100 years. So we will say that the recurring period of that 100 mm rainfall is 100 years. Basically, it is a return period in how much probability, in how much time it will occur again. It is just a probability.
So you're talking about probability. What is the probability? Like, is it one or like 0.5, 0.6? What is the probability?
Probability is equals to 1 upon recurring period.
Okay, so 1 upon
Recurring
100.
period.
Like, for example, 1 upon 100. 100 years you have taken. So
Yeah. So
according to
probability is
you, the
0.01.
probability is 0.01. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So we are saying 100 of rainfall comes in 100 years is having a probability of 0.01.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay, fine. Like, if I tell you that there is a flood, okay, there is a flood whose magnitude is, let's say, 25 meter cube per second. Just note it down. Okay, 25 meter cube per second. It comes in every 200 years.
200 years.
Okay, it comes in every 200 years. That is its recurrence period. So just tell me what is the probability that this flood, what is the probability that this flood of 25 meter cube per second will occur, will occur two times in 20 years.
In 20 years.
Yes. The numerical that I've given to you.
Yes. Can I use calculator?
Sure. No problem. Just give me the equation, final. Okay.
Just equation.
You can solve it. You solve it. And then give me the equation.
Okay. So probability equals to 4.34 into 10 to the power minus 3. And equation is basically binomial distribution. 20C2 1 upon 200 square into 1 minus 1 upon 200 to the power 18.
Okay, correct. Perfect. Very good. So this is the binomial distribution that you have used.
Yes.
Okay. May I ask why are you using binomial? Why not Poisson distribution? You must have heard of Poisson distribution in highway also, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Basically, binomials is generally we use when there is only like two possibility. It will happen or it will not happen. So when we are saying that probability of happening is 200 years for 25 meter cube per second. So probability of happening is 1 upon 200 and not happening is 1 minus 1 upon 200. In that case, we generally use binomial distribution.
I don't think that's the answer. That's not the answer. Okay, no worries, no problem. Okay, tell me, what do you understand by hydrograph? What is a hydrograph?
So hydrograph is basically a graph between discharge and time duration.
Discharge and time duration. Okay. Can you draw me its shape and just show it to me?
Okay. So any kind of hydrograph or a specific flood hydrograph?
Yes. Any type of. Just want to know what is the shape.
Is it visible, sir?
Just upside. Okay, fine. I can see. You're drawing a bell-shaped curve, right?
Yes, sir.
This is a bell-shaped curve. Why it is a bell-shaped curve? Like, can we draw it any other shape? Does it has to be mandatorily bell-shaped only?
I don't know, sir.
Okay. Can you please elaborate hydrograph a bit? Because I know that it is the graph, it is plot of discharge intensity with time. Can you just elaborate it?
So let's say we have a catchment and rainfall happened for some like 10 centimeter or something. So when rainfall happens, so first it will like percolation or initial loss or these things will happen, and after that these rainfall will join the small streams and these streams will join the larger streams, and we have some gauging point for larger stream. So at that point we calculate for like every time we calculate the discharge. So this is basically like with the with time what is the graph we are getting. This is basically hydrograph at that gauging point.
Okay, no problem. What is phi index and what is W index?
So phi index is we both are losses. Are losses. In phi index we include initial losses. Like phi index is equals to rainfall minus runoff upon time.
Okay.
Unit is similar to intensity, centimeter per hour or mm per hour. And in W index, we do not include initial losses like interception and everything. We do not include.
Okay, so you do not include interception and all. Okay. All right. What is Horton's equation?
Horton's equation equals to F equals to Fc plus F naught minus Fc into e to the power minus k into t.
Okay. Do you see this kind of equation? Like the Horton's equation is a standard equation, right? It is not just specific to infiltration. Have you just seen this kind of equation anywhere else in your civil engineering while you were preparing for GATE?
Yeah, in BOD. Exactly. Estimate.
Perfect. Very good.
Basically decay equation.
Decay equation. Correct. Okay. So again, I'm a bit interested in like knowing when do we use a statistical method and when do we use Gumbel's method? What are the conditions?
So statistical equation and Gumbel's equation. Generally, like Gumbel's equation is a type of a statistical, like it is a part of GEV, generalized extreme value theory.
Okay.
when we have certain amount of data, like for 30 years or 40 years, we have data, and now we have to calculate for, let's say, return period of 50 years, we have to calculate the discharge. So then we use Gumbel's method to estimate it.
There is an important assumption. Can you tell me assumptions of Gumbel's method?
So one of the important assumption that I recall, like it is a type, as I said, it is a type of generalized extreme value. So we are focusing on extreme events. Okay. And when we say extreme events, there are three parameters. One is mu is mean basically, and one is epsilon. Epsilon basically talks about the extreme value. In Gumbel's method, epsilon is equals to 0.
Epsilon equal to 0. Okay. All right. Go ahead.
So this is the major assumption. Like we have three types of generalized extreme value. So in Gumbel's method, we use Gumbel's method, in which if you allow me, I will draw a curve. Yeah, I will show you one curve. So is it visible?
Yes. No, just can you go upside?
Okay, I will explain.
Yeah, you just
I will explain. Yeah. So in Gumbel's equation, when we go to the extreme side, generally floods and everything are extreme events. So when we go to the extreme side, the shape factor, which tells about the shape of the graph, which is epsilon, we take it as 0. It can be, in one method, it can be greater than 0, and in one method it is less than 0, but in Gumbel's we use equals to 0. It is one of the major assumptions.
Okay, all right. What is the difference between field capacity and wilting point?
So field capacity is like maximum water that a field can retain against gravity. That is field capacity.
Okay.
And wilting point is basically, it is if water is at wilting point or below wilting point, the plant can't extract water for their survival.
Okay.
So
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Now, what is the governing equation of hydraulic jump?
Hydraulic jump is y2 upon y1 is equals to 1 by 2, 1 minus
under root 1 minus 8 FR square.
8 FR square. Okay. Under root 1.
I guess this is not the governing equation. Okay, this is the derived equation. What you write it only for rectangular channel.
Yeah, rectangular channel.
Okay, so this is a derived equation.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking what is the governing equation. If you don't know, it's fine. Just tell me. We'll go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Tell me, what is specific energy?
Specific energy is summation of graphically I can explain.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So according to graph, it is like this. So I have represented specific energy at point X.
Okay, yes, correct.
Yeah, it is summation of basically velocity head and pressure head.
Correct. So say this, no? Your energy is basically equal to. Yeah, correct. Fine. Good. Okay. Any other specific topic in water resources engineering that you are interested in?
Yeah, I do research in actually the climatic impact of on flood. Like if we see in past 20-30 years, so the like total rainfall is same.
Yes.
We get India receive 113 centimeters of rainfall. It is same.
Correct.
But the frequency of flood increased.
Because of?
Because there may be many reasons. One is urbanization, green cover has reduced. One of the reason may be climatic impact.
Okay,
so
I think
that is
a major reason can be your global warming.
Yeah,
okay,
global
that
warming.
is actually increasing. Glaciers are melting, and because of temperature is rising, and there are issues like this.
Yes.
So based on your
field.
climate impact, can you tell me an advantage of CO2?
Advantage of CO2, like if there is no CO2, the earth will freeze down.
Yeah,
like
correct.
it
Very good, very good.
It.
That's good. What is albedo?
Albedo, I don't know. I've never
Okay,
heard
fine. Okay, no problem. ठीक है देवेश, अच्छा है, ठीक है. We coming to like feedback part. Firstly, आपका इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट बहुत अच्छा है. ओके, दैट इंट्रोडक्शन इज वेरी गुड. अब आपको सेकेंडली ये पूछा जाएगा कि आपका जो बीटेक प्रोजेक्ट था दैट वाज ऑन ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इंजीनियरिंग, आप डब्ल्यूआरई में क्यों आ रहे हो? योर दिस रीजन की मुझे हाइड्रोलिक्स में बहुत इंटरेस्ट था. आई वाज डूइंग माय वर्क इन बनाशंकरी जंक्शन एंड ऑल. दैट डज नॉट सीम वेरी जेन्युइन. ठीक है, वो आपसे पूछेंगे कि आप डब्ल्यूआरई में क्यों आए.
सर मैंने जो बोला इंटर्नशिप मैंने किया हाइड्रोलॉजी में, तो
आपसे उसके बारे में पूछेंगे, तो बी प्रिपेयर्ड.
यस सर, मैंने एक्चुअली किया है तो मेरे को पता है.
तो ठीक है, अगर आपने करा आप सीधा उनको बोल दो कि, और ये भी बोल सकते हो कि सर वी डिडंट हैड अ चॉइस इन आवर कॉलेज since everyone was given like most of the people were given topics on transportation engineering, so I had to do my BTech project on transportation engineering, but I was really interested in water resources and FM phenomena and all. I was interested in that, and so I did my internship also in WRE department. इस तरीके से बोल सकते हैं. बात हुई है थोड़ा अलग तरीके से. अब आपको आपका टेक्निकल पार्ट भी अच्छा है, ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, न्यूमेरिकल्स वगैरह सही है, ठीक है, हाइड्रोग्राफ एंड ऑल आपने ठीक बताया है, कोई ऐसा बहुत बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, अच्छा है. अभी इसको क्या है, नेक्स्ट जब आपका स्नैप होगा, अभी वाला स्नैप अच्छा है क्योंकि ये सिर्फ एक ही सब्जेक्ट से रिलेटेड था. अभी आपका बीटेक प्रोजेक्ट से क्वेश्चन बनेंगे, ठीक है. उससे मैंने क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछा है क्योंकि आपने डब्ल्यूआरई के लिए अप्लाई किया, तो आपने मतलब स्नैप डब्ल्यूआरई के लिए बोला था. जब का मॉक होगा तब ध्यान रखना, आपको ट्रांसपोर्टेशन इंजीनियरिंग से आपका जो बीटेक प्रोजेक्ट था उससे क्वेश्चन बनेंगे, तो उसके लिए भी आपको तैयार रहना है. हम लोग हर एक चीज के लिए रेडी रहना चाहते हैं कि क्या आ सकता है क्या नहीं आ सकता है, करेक्ट. कोई सी भी चीज छोड़नी नहीं है, तो सबसे क्वेश्चन बन सकते हैं. बाकी इट इज फाइन, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. इंटरव्यू कब है?
11th 12th के अराउंड.
11th 12th है ना, तो एक काम करो, आपको डब्ल्यूआरई का ही है?
यस सर.
तो एक काम करना, इसके अंदर आपका हाइड्रोलॉजी इरिगेशन तो आपने किया ही है, ओके. साथ में थोड़ा सा एफएम और थोड़ा सा एनवायरमेंट देख लो, बेसिक एनवायरमेंट. वाटर क्वालिटी पैरामीटर्स क्या हैं, क्योंकि आपका डब्ल्यूआरई वाटर से रिलेटेड, तो जहां जहां भी पानी आएगा प्रोफेसर एक सब्जेक्ट को दूसरे सब्जेक्ट से लिंक कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. टेक योर टाइम, आपका बाकी सब कुछ सही है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. नेक्स्ट वाले में मैं आपसे ये भी पूछूंगा कि आपको पीएचडी क्यों करनी है, अपने बीटेक के बाद जॉब क्यों नहीं किया, ठीक है. तो इसके कुछ कुछ जवाब ढूंढ के रखना. नेक्स्ट जब भी तैयार हो जाओ, विद इन अ डे और टू, ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लेना है, विद इन अ डे और टू, क्योंकि मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि आपका इंटरव्यू अच्छा है. 3-4 स्नैप हम और दे दें 12 तारीख के पहले तो बहुत अच्छी प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगी, करेक्ट. तो आपकी जब भी तैयारी हो जाए कि हाँ सर आई एम रेडी, आई हैव डन ऑलमोस्ट एवरीथिंग, तो आप मुझे बताना, हम वापस से एक और स्नैप करते हैं. मैं चाह रहा हूँ कि एटलीस्ट 3 से 4 स्नैप आपके हो जाए मॉक के पहले, है ना. आपका बहुत अच्छा है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, मोस्टली यू विल गेट सेलेक्टेड, ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. अच्छा बोल रहे हो, आपके एकेडमिक रिकॉर्ड्स भी अच्छे हैं, आपका टेक्निकल पार्ट भी अच्छा है, ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. चलो बाय बाय देवेश, टेक केयर, बाय बाय.